Alright, in this tutorial I'm going to show you how to do a bevel emboss in Photoshop. I'll start off with a fill that I've made in Illustrator, and if you want to know how to make this, there's a previous tutorial that you can look at. So I've got a hexagon fill that I've made and repeated that as patterns. Before I copy it, I just want to rasterize it and make sure it's clicked on transparent, then OK. That just means that when I go Command Copy and move it into Photoshop and go Command Paste or Command V, that it's going to give me a nice even look. I'm then going to double click on it to place it. This one we'll call texture. Alright, now to apply some blending options to it, you can double click on this layer here, or you can just go down to the FX. For this one we're using Bevel and Emboss, so click on that, and then as I clicked on it you may have noticed that there was highlights and shadows that appeared on this one. You can adjust the depth or the size of it, how deep it is, how big the gap is. You can play around with whether it's soft or whether it's quite a hard chiseled look, like the hexagons are sinking in or sinking down, and play around with the highlights of the screening and the multiplying as well to create more contrast. Once you are happy with it, then you select OK. Now, to make it look a little bit more realistic, I'm going to go Command T to transform it and right click to warp it. I'm just going to move these anchor points so it looks like it's twisting around the shape to give me a bit more of an interesting form in playing with some of these handles. Okay, so I'm pretty happy with this. It doesn't have to be perfect because we'll make a selection, inverse it and delete it afterwards. So we'll apply this one. Okay, now I'm going to click on the outlines, click on the space where I want it to fill, and you can see the selection has happened. Now I'm going to press Command Shift and I, and that will inverse the selection so it's running around the outside. Click on the layer that you want to delete the excess from, which is the texture layer, and then press delete, and it cuts it perfectly to that size. Now we have a much more realistic and textured look.